Okay,
I know. Please, mister, I will go bring the book.
quickly, please. Okay. This for page 225 and 227 till 227. Okay, the first question that we have: when and where did Caesar unveil his flag, and what was the logo? Yes, who can answer? Raise your hand, please. If you know the answer, raise your hand. Yes, Adam.
Yes, mister. He revealed his flag in an abandoned theater, and when he was having a meeting with the people, the logo was a black
What
eagle.
was the name of this place? In
I don't
Fresno.
remember, but I
Fresno,
remember
okay? Fresno.
Fresno.
Yes, in
Fresno.
Fresno. Yes.
And the logo was a black eagle, a black eagle,
Yes, a bald black
a
eagle.
bold black eagle.
Yes, well done. Excellent, Adam. We can say that it was in the first meeting of National Farm Workers Association in Fresno. The logo was a bold black eagle.
Mr.
What
Hamada,
caused, yes, Ryan, read the question at first.
what caused Caesar's life to turn upside down?
Yes.
Turn upside down.
And how old was Caesar that time?
Oh, okay, I knew. What his life turned after the drought.
Yes, well done.
He was 10 years old.
Yes,
I'm,
excellent, Ryan. Yes, well done. His
I'm
life
thinking.
turned after the drought. He was 10, at this time, he was 10 years old. As we know, Cesar Chavez was born in 1927, and in 1937, this was the setting of the story, the time when this problem happened after the drought,
Okay,
okay?
okay, miss.
Mr.
Yes.
Can I answer?
We are going to move for our new part of today, and after that we have a short movie about Cesar Chavez. Okay,
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 okay, yes, yes.
and she now is use a book.
And then the movie?
So what we will
Yes,
do after this part again?
It's
We'll
okay.
watch a movie about Cesar Chavez.
yes, Karim. What?
We will watch a movie?
Yes, a part of a movie about Cesar Chavez. Okay,
Okay.
it has
Let's
only
start.
information about Cesar Chavez, but after we
We have
finish this
two
part,
periods.
one session. The movie will take only 3 minutes, not more. Okay, not
It's not
more.
a movie.
Yes, a
I
part
thought
of
of
movie.
the movie was 1 hour or something.
Because
No,
I
no,
thought
no, no.
a big movie.
No,
1 hour.
no, it will not
تقريبا
take much
مسلسل
time.
السنة.
Be quiet, please, to start our new part.
Okay, miss.
Okay, open page 228. I'll share it with you.
128. I opened Master.
You can see the page in front of you.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, all of you attend, or there is one is absent, or what? You are
No, we
18.
are attending.
Yeah.
You are completed. Yes, you are completed. Okay.
So can I go to the bathroom?
Okay, Adam. Okay, you can go. Let's listen. Or I'll share the sound with you.
The company fought back with everything from punches to bullets.
You can hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Company fought back with everything from punches to bullets. Cesar refused to respond with violence. Violence would only hurt La Causa. Instead, he organized a march of more than
You know what? Do you know the meaning of the word toilet? This one?
Yes, Mister, I know.
Yes, the middle part
The
that we
one
use.
used in that you put in a gun.
Yes, well done. Yes, yes.
So what means the causa?
La causa is a cause, as explained, okay? La causa, the cause or the reason, okay? It's a Spanish word.
300 miles. He and his supporters would walk from Delano to the state capitol in Sacramento to ask for the government's help.
So the question here, from where to where did the Caesar started their march? From
From
where?
Delano
Yes? Yes, Moise.
From Delano
to state capital in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Yes,
Yes,
well done.
Sacramento.
You can highlight for this
To
part, please.
Sacramento.
Yes, excellent. Can you highlight for this part, please?
Okay.
From Delano to the state capital in
Okay.
Sacramento. Okay?
In Sacramento.
Yes. So Caesar Chavez started his march from Delano to the state capital in Sacramento. But what was the first block or the first obstacle that they faced during their march? Let's listen.
Cesar and 67 others started out one morning. Their first obstacle was the Delano police force, 30 of whose members locked arms to
So what was your first obstacle? Yes, Abdurrahman?
I know. The Delano police force.
Delano police force. Delano police force. Take care. He said at first Caesar and 67. We know that their number will decrease. Let's listen to know how they will be, how many they will be. Okay.
prevent the group from crossing the street. After 3 hours of arguing in public, the chief of police backed down. Joyous marchers headed north under the sizzling sun. Their rallying cry was, "Si se puede," or "Yes, it can be done."
This is the meaning of si se puede. It means yes, it can be done. Si se puede. This is a Spanish word also. Okay. Spanish word. The meaning of it.
Mister, what does it mean, Cici?
Si se puede. Spanish word. It means yes, it can be done. Okay.
Yes.
This was
Okay,
their rallying cry. Rallying cry. They were saying yes, it can be done, or si se puede in Spanish language. Okay, you understand me?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Rallying cry. It means a phrase for encouragement when they start their protest or their objection. They were saying yes, it can be done. Yes, it can be done. Or si se puede in Spanish language.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, Muhammad. Yes.
What means sizzling?
A very hot sun. Sizzling sun means very hot. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, let's complete listening.
First night, they reached Ducor. The marchers slept outside the tiny cabin of the only person who would welcome them. Single file they continued, covering an average of 15 miles a day. They inched their way through the San Joaquin Valley while the unharvested grapes in Delano turned white with mold. Cesar developed painful blisters right away. He and many others had blood seeping out of their shoes. The word spread. Along the way, farm workers offered food and drink as the marchers passed by. When the sun set, marchers lit candles and kept going.
Let's complete listening. Here is talking about the march and how they move during their march. When it start to be dark, they lit some candles and they kept going in their revolution or in their protest. Okay.
Okay.
Shelter was no longer a problem. Supporters began welcoming them each night with feasts. Every night was a rally. "Our pilgrimage is the match," one speaker shouted.
The word feast means festivals. Okay, you can learn the meaning of it.
What means
Mister?
rally?
Feast. This one. Feast means festival. Feasts. You can see.
Okay, Mister.
It means festival. I learned the meaning for you.
So what means the rally?
Rallying.
Rally.
Rally was said. It means a phrase for encouragement. Okay, as I said, a rallying cry. Okay. Feast means festivals. He's talking about where they will stay of the place of residence. He said shelter means the house was no longer a problem. Supporters began welcoming them each night with feasts. Fest means here festival. Did you write the meaning?
No.
Ah, write the meaning. Can see or no?
I don't.
Mr. What means festivals?
Feasts, it means festivals,
Oh,
ceremonies.
okay.
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 Have you finished your list? Have you finished?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mr.
No, I didn't finish.
Question, Mr.
Yes.
But Mr. Where is it?
I don't know why they started the march.
As we said, they were suffering from the bad treatment of the landowners.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Now I
So
understand.
they would like to
Talking
make
to
their
the police.
issue as a world issue. They want all the world know about their problem. Okay? So they start to make
Okay.
revolution, make a protest, make objection. Okay? You follow me,
Okay,
Adam?
Miss.
Now you
Yes,
understood?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I understood.
Okay. Have you finished writing the meaning, Diane? Diane, have you finished?
Yeah. I said yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mister. They said about them to the police.
No, the police already, when he knows about this problem, start to make what? To make a wall of people, or policemen, as you can see in front of us in the picture. They made a wall to stop them, you know? As you can see, Ryan, okay? Ryan,
Yes, Mister.
yes, okay,
They
okay.
make the wall to stop who?
To stop the revolutionary, the people who protest, to stop the farm workers, okay, from moving to other cities, to avoid making the problem bigger, okay, because during their moving they can take other people with them. You understand me? Okay,
Okay,
they can
yes.
increase the numbers of farm workers who protest against the landowners.
And they will kill the people.
No, no, not. He said if he asked them to not use violence, as we remember. Yes,
Okay.
he asked them
Okay,
not to use violence. But if the number increase, the issue would be bigger, and it can
bigger.
be a world issue, as we know. All the people start to
Yes.
talk about Cesar Chavez and his protest against the landowners, or his fight against the landowners.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, Mister.
let's
I
listen.
understood
Mister, I have another question.
Yes, Adam.
What are the grapes doing in the march?
Again,
What are the grapes doing in the march? Because they said
because the grapes were the grapes honor. You mean yes?
what, Mister?
You said what?
Can you repeat it again, Mister?
What you said again? Your question again.
What is the grape? What are the grapes doing in the march?
The grape. You mean the grape honors? Yes.
It
The
said,
grape.
and on the vines the grapes continue to rot.
Because they refused to collect the grapes from the land of the landowners. Okay, so what happened for the grapes? Continued to what? To decay,
Rot.
to spoil.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you understand? So the landowners started to lose their money, to lose their things, because they depend on their crops. And the grapes
Yes,
in
Mister.
this place was a main crop. Okay, so because they
Okay, Mister.
refused to collect this type of plant, or this type of fruit grapes, what happened? It started to rot, or started to spoil. Okay,
Okay, Mister.
okay. I'll show you a movie about this part in general, about the story or the Caesar's life from the beginning till the end. Okay, it's an animation movie.
Okay, Mister.
Let's continue listening.
That will light our cause for all farm workers to see what is happening here. Another cried, "We seek our basic God-given rights as human beings. Viva la causa!" Eager supporters would
Viva la causa, it means here, or viva la causa, as you said in Spanish language, it means live the cause. Live the cause. Okay? Live the cause. Means like let the reason be alive. Okay, this is the meaning of viva la causa. It means live the cause.
keep the marchers up half the night talking about change. Every morning, the line of marchers swelled, Cesar always in the lead. On the ninth day,
He said what here? Every morning the line of marchers swelled. It means begin or became bigger because the numbers start to increase. The number of marchers start to be increased. Slow moving, as I told Ryan, when they move from one place to another, they can connect other people to be with them. You follow me?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
hundreds
Yeah.
marched through Fresno.
Okay.
The long, peaceful march was a shock to people unaware of how California farm workers had to live. Now, students, public officials, religious leaders, and citizens from everywhere offered help. For the grape company, the publicity was becoming unbearable. And on the vines, the grapes continued to rot.
So they just because of their refusement for growing for the landowners, what happened? A main crop like the grapes continued to rot, continued to decay or spoil. The meaning of rot. Okay, I can
Mister, what
answer.
is the meaning of publicity?
Publicity, in which the publicity was becoming he means the public people, the general
Okay,
people,
miss.
okay, the public, okay, was becoming unbelievable. It means impossible to accept this number of people.
Okay,
As he
miss.
said, what students, public officials, religious leaders, and the citizens from everywhere offered them. So it was
Okay,
what
miss.
unbearable means impossible. Okay,
Okay, miss.
unbearable, you can write the meaning of it.
Yes.
It means impossible.
Mister,
Yes, Muhammad.
unbearable means impossible.
Yes, impossible. I write the meaning for you.
Okay, can you repeat what means publicity?
Publicity means the public, the general people, the normal people in the country. Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The normal people in the country.
Yes. Rot, it means decay or spoil. The word rot means decay or spoil.
We will finish the story today or tomorrow, mister.
Tomorrow. We still have 2 pages. Okay, the last 2 pages.
Mister,
Okay,
on
sorry.
Thursday we will solve the booklet.
Thursday, yes, we'll solve the booklet. Okay, have you finished this? Write this one, impossible. Impossible. This is the meaning of unbearable. Have you written?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And did you write the meaning of the word rot? Rot, it means decay or spoil.
Yes, we have written.
Okay. Now let's move together for a part of video. Then I ask you some question about this part. Or I prefer to see the question first, then we can see the video. Okay? To
Yes,
apply on this part. Are you ready to answer?
yes, Mister. I
Yes.
want to answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Muhammad Bahir.
Yes, Mister.
Yes, question number 1.
Okay.
This question
How
is
many
supposed.
landowners?
Yes, this question is supposed to be in the previous page. The last paragraph, Muhammad.
What?
The last paragraph, page 227. Can you read it?
Okay, wait, I'll open the book.
Okay.
Okay, I'll read the
The last paragraph,
paragraph.
227. Yes, 227. Huh?
Caesar chose to fight just one of the 40 landowners,
Yes, the question said
hopeful
what
that
here?
others would get the message.
Yes, we'll get the message. Stop till here.
How
He
many
said here.
landowners did Caesar fight?
Yes, how many? Huh?
One.
Yes, he chose to fight just one of the 40 landowners. One of the 40 landowners. Why?
He was hopeful that the rest would get the message and stop treating them badly.
Excellent, Muhammad. Yes, well done, Muhammad Bey. So we can say he fought one only of out of 40, hoping that the others will get the message. Question number 2. Thanks so much, Muhammad Bey. Ahmed Ihab. Yes,
Where
yes, number 2.
where did the march start and where did it end? What was the
First,
first obstacle they faced?
yes.
The march began in
Uh, in Delano,
Dinalo
or in Delano, huh? Delano,
and
and the end
ended
where?
in the capital Sacramento.
The capital in Sacramento. Yes,
Sacramento.
yes. What
What
was
was
the first obstacle they faced?
the 30 officers?
Again,
The 30 officers of the land.
yes, the Delano police officer, yes, 30 of whose members locked arms to prevent the group from crossing the street. Yes, so they were 30. So well done, Ahmed Ihab. The answer again, the march started in Delano and ended in Sacramento. In Delano, the police, this was the first obstacle. The police officers form a wall by their own bodies to prevent them from going down the street. That's all for the part of today. I hope that you understood. Do you have any question about this part? Huh?
No, mister.
No question. Okay. Can we see the part of movie as I told you?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. I'll share now. I'll share it with you now. Yes, Mohammed?
We have 11 minutes left.
Don't worry. We have time. Can we listen or can we see the video now?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay, I play it now, okay?
Okay, start. Yes, it's okay, but just
I only hear the voice. I don't see anything.
What?
I only hear the voice. I don't see.
You don't see the video, okay? I'll share it again.
No, Mister, we can see.
Maybe he has a problem. I'll share again. Now you can see Adam.
No.
This is your problem, Adam, because I share it. I'll share again.
Mister, stop share and share
And
again.
stop share. Okay. So okay, yes. Okay. Stop sharing.
Mister,
And
now,
share.
Mister.
Okay. I'll share again. Is it okay, Adam?
Yes, I can see.
Home Store Paw. I love videos, I love learning.
me too.
So I need one and it's fun.
And stop talking.
Please
Here we
turn on
go.
your cam, please. Turn on your cam, please.
Okay, Mister.
Today, we are going to talk about Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez, a migrant farm worker who became an organizer. He fought for farm workers' rights and believed that if everyone worked together, they could be treated more fairly. Let's talk about the history of this American hero. Cesar Chavez was born in 1927 in the United States. His parents had Mexican heritage. Cesar Chavez was a Mexican American. When he was 10, his family moved to California. They worked as migrant farm workers. Even though he was just a boy, Cesar Chavez had to work in the fields with them as well. Migrant workers were workers that had to move from place to place. Life was very hard. Migrant workers were not treated fairly. When he was older, Cesar Chavez wanted to help and bring change. He started to bring people together. He knew that if they worked together, they could fight for their rights and get treated more fairly. He began giving speeches and even led marches and protests. In 1962, Cesar Chavez started a group later called United Farm Workers to fight for better pay and treatment, and it's still around today. In 1965, they led a successful strike against grape growers in Delano, California. A strike is when workers refuse to work until something changes. On a side note, it took 5 years and they never gave up because Cesar Chavez and the United Farm Workers wanted to fight for better treatment and they were not willing to give up. He was a hero. He fought for fair treatment and pay. He believed it was never fair to be mistreated because of your heritage. Cesar Chavez, a migrant farm worker who became an organizer. He fought for farm workers' rights and believed that if everyone worked together, they could be treated more fairly. Thanks so much for watching this video on Cesar Chavez. We hope that it was helpful to you and that you were inspired, and we hope to see you soon.
Okay, this video, as we saw together, it has much information about Cesar Chavez. As we said it together, my question, what is the setting of the story? Who can tell me again?
Mr. No.
Oh, I don't
Me.
remember.
I know. Mr.
Yes,
Distance.
yes, Moaz. Huh?
Arizona, California, and wait, the times 1939, I think.
1939.
7.
37,
Seven.
okay?
That's
Okay,
true.
yes, well done, Moaz. When was Cesar Chavez born? Through the video, huh?
What, mister?
When was Cesar Chavez born?
I know, Mr.
Yes, Ahmed, huh?
Yes, mister, I know.
In 1927.
Yes, well done, in 1927. What was the issue of Cesar Chavez that he was fight about? What was his issue? What was his
Mr. What? I
problem?
don't hear the question.
The issue of Cesar Chavez.
Yes, mister, I know.
Yes, Muhammad Beher, huh?
He was a migrant farm worker, but he was treated unfairly. So he started a protest or a strike to
Against
be
the
treated fairly.
yes, against the landowners. Excellent, Muhammad Beher.
Against the great, yes.
Yes, excellent. That's all for this video. And tomorrow we have another one, but about the real character, not animation, I mean, okay? It would be a video or movie about the story itself, about Cesar Chavez from the beginning till the end. Till Bill Clinton give him a certificate or give a certificate to his wife after his death, okay? For his struggle against the unfair treatment. Now we can open the book to start reading. I think that we have 5 minutes, but we'll try
مستر
Read
كان
at
يريد.
least.
Mr. Can I read,
Who
Mr.
did
Who
مستر
read?
ادهم
before?
عصام ادهم.
I read the
She
last
just
time.
did
عصام
it.
عصام
Adam,
Mahmoud and
Adam,
I read the last time.
listen,
I
listen. I
didn't
know
read
the one who
before.
read. Adam, you read
Mahmoud
before.
Maaz.
I
Madham
didn't read.
Wise, Mahmoud, Ryan, Adam, I
I
think
didn't.
Abdurrahman didn't read.
Yes, Mr.
And Muhammad Zuhair also didn't read. Ryan read before, yes?
Mr.
Yes.
Me,
Also, I didn't
Okay.
read
Mr.
at
Me,
all.
Muhammad Zuhair.
Can I read, Mr.
Yes, I know
الله
Muhammad Zuhair.
يعطوني.
Yes,
عبد
Abdurrahman.
Mr.
الرحمن.
Me,
Yes,
Muhammad
yes.
Zuhair.
Okay, okay, listen to me, listen to me. Everyone read okay, we have one, two, three, four, five paragraph in this page, okay? The first one, the one we read
Okay.
at first, we read the first, okay, the first two paragraph. Okay, Abdurrahman, huh?
So, can I start? Mr.
Okay.
Me,
The
Yes,
Muhammad Zuhair.
army
Abdurrahman.
fought back with
Listen, Muhammad.
everything from
Huh?
punches to bullets. Caesar refused to respond with violence. Violence would only hurt La Cosa. Instead, he organized a march of more than 300 miles. He and his supporters would walk from Delano to the
Ilana,
state capital in
Sacramento.
Sacramento to ask for government's help.
Yes.
Can I read?
Who?
I finished.
Ahmed Ihab, thanks.
Mr. Muhammad Zuhair. Muhammad Zuhair.
Ahmed Ihab, then Muhammad Zuhair, Muhammad Behar, okay? Yes, Ahmed Ihab. You read this paragraph only. Caesar tell the word done, okay? Yes.
Caesar and 67 others started out one morning. Their first obstacle was the Delano police force, 30 of whose members locked arms to prevent the group from crossing the street. After 3 hours of arguing in public, the chief of police backed down. Joyce marches headed north under the sizzling sun. Their their
Rallying,
rallying cry was
rallying cry
"Se
was
se
Sisi
pod
Wedi,
puede,"
or
or "Yes, it can be done."
yeah, thanks Ahmed. Muhammad Zuhair.
The first
From the
night they
first,
reached
listen to me, from the first tell the word choose, okay?
the first night they reached the court. The marchers split outside the tiny cabin of the only person who would welcome them. Single file. They continued, covering an average of 15 miles a day. They inched their way through the San Joaquin
San Joaquin, okay, here
Valley.
like yeah, so we say San Joaquin as we listen.
Yes.
Huh.
While the unharvested grape in Delano turned white with mold, Caesar developed painful blisters. Right away, he and many others had blood seeping out of their shoes. The words Yes, Mr.
That's enough. Muhammad Behar, you read this part and the first paragraph of the next page. Yes, Muhammad Behar.
Okay. The word spread. Along the way, farm workers offered food and drink as the marchers passed by. When the sun set, marchers lit candles and kept going. Shelter
Yes.
was no longer a problem. Supporters began welcoming them each night with feasts. Every night was a rally. Our pilgrimage is the match. One speaker shouted.
Listen to me.
That
For the
will light
word
our cause for all
pilgrimage,
farmers.
it means journey. Pilgrimage, it means journey. Okay. Yes, huh?
Yes, we took it in session.
Yes, huh? Is a
Our
match.
pilgrimage is the match.
Huh?
One speaker shouted. That will light our cause for all workers to see what's happening here.
Thanks, Muhammad. Uh, Ali
Complete?
Amr, Ali Amr.
Mr. Complete?
That's enough for you, Muhammad.
Completed, finish.
Okay, Ali Amr, can you
Yes,
start?
Miss.
Then yes, Ali. Huh? Another crime. Yes,
Another
Ali.
cried. We
Huh?
see our basic
We
God-given
seek our
rights
basic. Yes. Huh?
as human beings. Viva
Mr.
la
has joined, Miss.
causa.
Okay. Okay. What subject that you have?
Science.
Science,
Science, Mr.
Mr.
Ibrahim.
Rahim. Okay. Okay, Mr. Rahim, give you source now. Okay, Mr. Rahim, you are the host now. Thanks so much.
شكرا مستر حمادة.